I'm 2 levels above you, baby. Hold me, baby. I'm gonna make you love me, baby. Talking crazy. I don't get you nothing but choke. Get you nothing but broke. It's God for these cats. I'm too soft for these cats. Soft for these cats. And the commission, ambition, the Abassi, or whatever they say. What's up, man? Welcome. Friday, Diddy party, Diddy night, freak night. Just gonna talk a little bit about the case, man. Talk a little bit about the case on the shorts. YouTube, 200 people left. They didn't like me. Didn't like my dancing. Well, welcome back. Did you know this, by the way? Did you know this? Maureen Comey. Maureen Comey, the daughter of former. I didn't know she was the daughter of the former FBI Director James Comey. Did you know that shit? I didn't know that. It makes sense. They both got the last names. Was a prosecutor on the Epstein case and is now the prosecutor on the Diddy case. Oh, shit. There has been no justice for the victims and almost no arrest made in either of these high-profile cases. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Now, this was actually really hilarious. I thought this was, I only listened to like 10 seconds, and I'm like, I gotta share this with you guys. Plies. You guys know who Plies is? Plies made that song, Plies was that song Plies that Plies did. Plies. Back in the day, he did a song, like a freaky song. Plies. Alan Thribs, thank you for the 6 months. No wonder Comey trying to 86 Trump. I want to talk about that 86 thing too. You know they sent the feds to that guy, the Craston guy. They knocked on his door. Busted baby, is that it? You ain't regular? I don't know what's it. Maybe busted baby. I don't recognize. It's been so old. But anyway, he's like an R&B singer and rapper. So he speaks on a situation, and he said that he thought he was a freak. Yeah, he thought he was putting it down with his girl and everything until he saw his trial.
Hey, listen, I just motherfucking realized something, boy. These last couple days, not just the last couple days, probably the last month. When it comes to this sex shit, I really thought I was motherfucking doing something. Like,
I thought I was putting it down.
I really thought a motherfucker couldn't act freaky me. That's what I motherfucking thought. Like, and I realized, not just paying attention, I really ain't been doing a motherfucking thing out here, man. I thought putting a little motherfucking out and slapping on some ass and making a motherfucker look at it going in and out.
Oh my God, you're so graphic.
Nasty. Getting in the motherfucking mirror in the shower, on the motherfucking counter, in the kitchen. I really thought I was motherfucking doing something, man. I motherfucking realized, boy, it's different motherfucking levels to this shit. I'm really on motherfucking JV. I don't know if y'all got JV sports where y'all at. That means the motherfucking hair you got varsity.
I don't know, Christina. Maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. I'm not sure. It's Friday. I'm excited. It's Friday.
I motherfucking realize.
He was saying that he, basically, was saying that he thought he was a freak. He thought he was putting it down and stuff, and he wasn't putting it down because he saw all the stuff going on. He's been watching the trial, the freak off party. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, wow, he thought it was the man. But I don't know why you would compare yourself to that. That's not being the man. You know what I'm saying? The freak offs. Yo, check out this chick is wild. So some people say free Diddy. Some people are saying free Diddy. Some people say Cassie should be arrested. What do you think about that? Is that too far? Is that too much? Some people are saying that the things that she admitted to do, maybe she should be charged with trafficking too. Look at what Cinema said too. Cinema posted. He said I don't know if he's trolling or he's for real, but he said free Diddy. Oh shit. Oh shit. He said, "Free Diddy." Oh, and then check out what this chick had to say.
Federal prosecutors are doing a horrendous job at proving their case against Sean Diddy Combs. What do I mean by that? Well, he's currently facing charges regarding sex trafficking and racketeering. Folks, I'm sitting here listening, and it sounds more convincing to pin those charges on Cassie than Diddy himself.
Oh
What do I mean by
shit.
that? Well, Cassie's admitted that she's the one who's handing these male sex workers the money after they have their sexual exchange. And she also admitted that there was a text message that she sent Diddy in which she says that she'd rather have a female prostitute go to the freak off instead of a male prostitute. So folks, she's the one who seems to be orchestrating this. She also says in text message that she enjoys these freak offs, which now she says she didn't. And I get it. So if he he's a good person, absolutely not. We're not here to defend that. But he's not sitting here facing abuse, assault, domestic violence, any of those charges. He's strictly facing charges regarding racketeering and sex trafficking. Now, interesting enough, folks, I've been listening. We're on day 5. It just wrapped up, and guess what? I haven't heard of a single celebrity in these freak-offs besides Cassie and Diddy.
But well, that's not true though. As far as that, hey, I heard there's been multiple. The Kid Cudi. When did she post this? This was today. This was today. Actually, 10 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago. Kid Cudi was mentioned. I forgot the other guy's name. The guy that was the guy she was cheating on. The guy cheating on Diddy with the other guy. He was kind of prominent too. Rick Ross came up today, like a question thing. I forget who else came up.
Single celebrity in these freak-offs
Oh,
besides
in the freak off. Sorry, she said in the freak offs. Okay,
Cassie and Diddy.
true, true that. Okay, okay.
Is that possible? Well, if you guys grew up in the early 2000s, you know that Diddy threw one of the craziest parties. And
And all these people went. All these celebrities went. All these celebrities. There's so many. We looked the last freak off stream we did yesterday, right? Last night or something. The last stream that we watched. We watched multiple celebrities talk about, yo, there's no party like a Diddy party. LeBron, Ashton Kutcher, a bunch of them talking about it. Now they're quiet. They don't know about the Diddy party, and even then they couldn't talk about it. It's like one of those things. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
all celebrities in Hollywood love to go to those parties.
Mm.
So why haven't we heard any big names get dropped in all of this? Well, let's put this in perspective a little bit. James Comey's daughter is the lead prosecutor on
And that's what I just talked about. I literally just showed that. That's kind of interesting. I didn't know that James Comey's daughter is the lead. They're in the prosecutor, right? And what have they done for Epstein? Nothing besides Epstein's dead. That is kind of weird, right? The Epstein case, the Epstein files too. Where's the Epstein files? They had this whole charade of these influencers sent to the White House. We're gonna do this big release, on these binders and stuff like that. And they send them these binders, and it's the same recycled information. It's nothing new. And they got into the positions that they got into. Part being, they said that we were gonna release the Epstein files, and it happened. It's just the same stuff. So I don't know.
this. James Comey's daughter was also the woman who was prosecuting Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's little girlfriend. If you recall, Maxwell, who's now sitting in prison for 20 years, she was convicted of sex trafficking minors. But we never heard who she was sex trafficking the minors to. Right? We knew it was Jeffrey Epstein, of course, that was an easy one. But we didn't know who else she was sex trafficking these minors to. It seems like DOJ does a great job at covering for celebrities when they don't want this embarrassing information to get out there. Why aren't we hearing about any of the celebrities that attended the freak-offs? Well, that's a great question that the DOJ should be answering. But again, we're only on day 5 of all of this, and so far the first week, the federal government hasn't proven any of their allegations they're
Really?
currently charging P. Diddy with.
Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. It's Cosby. Mel, what happened? I used to watch videos daily. You changed. Don't like this new you. I've never seen you before, though, man. I don't know what you're talking about. This new you, I'm gotten over 5,000 subs the last month. The channel's been blowing up, growing. I've been earning a really pretty decent good amount of money on the main channel. Got the website going. I haven't drank in a couple of months, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, what? Shraggy? And so Boosie has some crazy stuff to say. Yo, Boosie badass. He's been very, very vocal. He's been very, very vocal, and he's anti-Cassie. Anti-Cassie. You have a lot of people pro Cassie. Most people I think are pro Cassie, but you have anti-Cassie too, or pro Sean. And so he said the husband watched Cassie and Diddy have consensual sex. He likes to watch. Oh my God. What the F? He a freak too. He a freak too. This shit crazy. If y'all think these freak offs ain't still going on, y'all crazy. Well, I don't think the husband actually saw. The husband had called FaceTime while they were having sex, Diddy and Cassie. And so Cassie says she saw the phone and she looked at him calling FaceTime, but she didn't answer. So she was dating this guy at the time, and she was still trying to get out of this relationship, but still having sex with Diddy. There was a couple of things that made me question. It's a little weird. I think it's really hard for me to say. I feel like I need to see more in the trial. Like Diddy was a, maybe is, I guess, a piece of shit. They were both addicted to drugs. They both had all this crazy stuff going on. Um, I feel like I really need to understand why. So they're charging him with sex trafficking, I guess, because sex trafficking is transporting somebody from place to place for sexual exploitation, I guess, right? And they're trying to say she was a willing participant. I don't think she's just like this comes out of this as like clean either. You know, he was abusive. I don't know. It's really I'm still for me like I have to see more of like this trafficking thing because I also feel like some of these people put themselves around these people for the money, the notoriety, the celebrity, you know. And then she was gonna go on this tour. She's made pretty well banked. She got the 20 million settlement from Diddy, and then they said something about a 10 million settlement from the hotel. I don't know if that actually went through or not. What is up with that? Let me show you. And I think people are running with what people like this are saying because some people are actually not following some of the details. Poeto Potik Flacco posted new court documents reveals Cassie's husband FaceTimed her while she was in the middle of having sex with Diddy. So somebody that reads this and sees this, they're thinking, well, this guy was just watching some type of freak, watching his girl, whatever. But that's not the case because he's actually very upset about what happened to her. There was this post here too, a reality check for men. Although this Diddy and Cassie case is very dark and is exposing you to the realities of the dark sex money and drug culture that celebs that you love dabble in secretly, this case is also exposing men. Ooh, because you didn't know woman that looked like Cassie. Sweet, innocent smile, light skin, tight, thin figure, classy in the public eye, etc., etc., could be so damn freaky and nasty until this case. So your mind is more accustomed to seeing freaks that look like this on the right, but looks can be deceiving. And so they talk about the sexy red chick. Sexy red. Sexy red is nasty to me though. I don't know. She just looks like she just I don't know. The songs that she sings and the way she looks. But hey, it's true though. You never know, man. You really never know. See that Shannon Sharp thing? Just the Shannon Sharp thing. The girl suing him. And the thing is, it seems like he was paying for her. She's an OnlyFans model, and it seems like she was into that whole talking and like degrading stuff, and the race sex play, like she was calling him black, and I want to have your black babies, and blah blah blah, and that shit could turn on you. Oh, we got to talk about this too. I don't know if this is true, man. What do you guys think about this? People in Diddy's inner circle are rubbing elbows with President Donald Trump's team in order to possibly position the embattled music mogul to get a pardon, if need be. Rolling Stone reports. You think Trump would possibly pardon Diddy? That would be crazy. It would be really bad publicity, I think, but that would be, imagine that. I think Diddy would have to offer something. He's gonna have to offer a lot of money, connections. That would be a bad look for Trump right now, right? What do you think? Or would he get cool points? On Friday, May 16, Rolling Stone reported that people in Puff's camp have been in contact with the Trump transition officials since Trump was elected last November. One source described the talks as preliminary. He's willing to do anything to get out of jail, the source tells Rolling Stone. He's always been this way. He's always going to do what he has to do to get out of a situation. He doesn't even like Trump. Diddy is currently on trial for the sex trafficking and racketeer conspiracy. Oh, that Derek Chauvin thing too. I saw that Derek Chauvin that they were supposedly prepping and burying themselves in case Trump pardoned him. That would be wild too. Check this out. This is a clip. 2002 video of Diddy listing the supplies needed for parties. Let's see. I haven't listened to this yet.
Okay. You need alcohols. Right. Alcohols. Right. Not just one alcohol. Alcohols. Right. Just different blend. You need the ladies, you need the booze. You need some water. For watering plants? No, I don't know if guys have noticed this, like a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They right. Just, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave. Right. Gotta keep them there. Right. You need locks on the doors.
Locks on the doors. Oh yeah, we saw this.
Hey, this is sounding kind of dangerous now. It's a little kinky, but yeah, properly, but just right. Check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. To heat the baby oil?
Heat. You mean physically the place has to be hot. You don't have no air conditioning. No air conditioning. No. Why is that? Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat. That just sounds disgusting. What do you want? Depends on the way you look at it. Because people start getting gets kind of sexy. Is that what you're saying?
So like the heat, the sweat, the alcohol. By the way, Justin Bieber has released a statement via his rep addressing whether he was among Sean Diddy's Combs victim. So he's saying he wasn't. Saying he wasn't among Sean Combs' victims. There are individuals who are genuinely harmed by him. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice these victims deserve. So he's saying it wasn't him. It wasn't me. I was in the bottom. It wasn't me. Oh, this is something else. This was weird though. Human remains found just a stone throw from pop megastar Taylor Swift's beachside mansion. What's up with that? Taylor Swift? Somebody said, Taylor Swift, adrenochrome, cannibalism, and spirit cooking. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. What's going on, Taylor? We're going to have to check on you later about that. The bodies found by your place. This was crazy to me, too. We talked about this. This was nuts.
When you're rolling in dough, all of this doesn't matter that much. When you're broke and you want to start blaming people, that's when it matters. I was on a call with multiple people. Justin Sight acknowledged that in 2022 he was on the verge of, and the words were, financial collapse. And that's why he had to sell his catalog.
He was so broke in 2022 that he had to borrow Will Bracey, who was a member of the church.
The COO.
He had to borrow Will's credit card so he could get a golf. That's how broke he was. He could not afford a round of golf. But it's not cheap to be the biggest pop star in the world.
Hey!
He is the biggest pop star in the world. Of course he has to charter jets. Of course he has mega mansions, which, by the way, we were told he paid cash for all the houses.
Damn, cash.
It struck us when he made that sale, and they announced the sale.
Justin Bieber just sold his music.
Wow. He's really going broke.
Measly $200 million. It was shocking.
We're all like, why is Justin Bieber at such an early stage in his career selling off his catalog? And other people were selling their catalog, but they were all much older. And so it was like, why is he selling it?
What's going on with Bieber? Why you going broke? Former Myron Gaines was breaking down Cassie cross-examination, revealed Cassie and Diddy overdosed on opiates. Well, they said Diddy overdosed I don't know if Cassie did. Let me see.
Diddy OD one time. She mentioned how Diddy
Yeah.
actually overdosed one time. It was at a club in San Bernardino, California. She went home. Diddy went to Playboy. He went to when he was there at Playboy hanging out partying. He took a lot of opiates and he actually overdosed from painkillers. This is information that never got out there publicly. I'll tell you guys one thing. One thing I'll give Diddy credit for. This guy did a fantastic job of fucking like holding, like keeping all this shit secret, guys. These freak offs, these drug use, these overdoses, the violent assaults on Cassie were beating the shit out of her. Like none of this ever hit the press chat, ever. So that tells me that Diddy had like a very good cleanup crew, and he took quite a bit of effort to make sure that his image was always clean.
Yeah, but it caught up with him. Blew up in his face. Jesse Lee Peterson, free Diddy? Question mark.
I don't know if you remember that one hashtag Free Diddy. I started watching the documentary on HBO yesterday. It's crazy to believe they were talking about how the mom was to him. It carries over straight into Diddy the way he was. Like she was very possessive, controlling.
Oh, that's so interesting. Maybe I should watch. Anybody watch that documentary? I had watched. They said his mom was aggressive and controlling. Janice got some trouble too, right? Janice Combs. She got some type of Janice Combs. Don't she got something? Criminal charges or some shit? What she got? Mama. Janice Combs, the mother, is not facing criminal charges herself, but she's involved in legal proceedings related to her son's ongoing battle. Support for her son. She was named in a civil lawsuit. Oh, okay. She didn't have, I thought she had like some type of criminal thing. She doesn't. Sean Combs' mother threw sexually charged parties. What? At childhood home? What? Mom, is that where Diddy got it from? Mama's love? Sean mother Janice would often throw wild parties at the mogul's childhood home, where it wasn't uncommon to walk into a room where adults were having sex. No way. One of Combs' long childhood friends claims in a new documentary. Wow. Look at that, yo. Patterson used that alleged childhood memory as a possible explanation as to how Combs found himself at the center of a federal racketeering sex trafficking investigation, where he's accused of forcing his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura to participate in filmed drug-fueled encounters with male sex workers. So the thing is, they have these multiple accounts of these people saying, well, they had the video. That video really hurt him. That hotel video. Then today, the friend testified. The person in the house to Don. Was it Don? Yeah, Don testified that he would beat her ass and the egg skillet stuff. That's really bad for him. That's really bad for him. The thing that she has going against her is that she said like there was times she said she loved the freak offs, but she said in the beginning she loved it. In the beginning she liked it or loved it, but then she was like she was doing it just to be with him and that she wanted his attention and that he started to like not give her the attention she wanted. But it does look bad. I mean, I know toxic relationships, I know it, right? So you go back. But it's really weird the whole R thing that she was R'd, raped, and then like she went back. And the next day was like texting a heart emoji and like went back and like had consensual sex after she was R'd. I guess you could say trauma or whatever. Maybe I don't know what kind of syndromes and trauma, but it's just like at some point too. I don't know. I guess was he making her stay? She couldn't leave. Or she's saying she was afraid for her life. I guess. I mean, that's just the thing that's going to hurt him. There's been so many people that have come and said similar things. He's facing nearly 40 civil lawsuits from men and women. Wow. Combs grew up in Mount Vernon, New York. In Upper Manhattan, Janice had moved her young family there after Combs' father, Melvin, oh God, was murdered in 1972. A known associate of the Harlem drug kingpins, including Nicky Barnes, Willie Abraham, and Frank Lucas. Melvin was found shot in the head twice, slumped over in a car. Damn. Janice kept the details of Melvin's grisly murder from her young son, intent on providing him an idyllic childhood. Combs was always dressed to the nines and as a result looked as a rich kid. Okay. But Combs' peers could smell he was not tough. Patterson claimed that Combs was badly bullied as a kid. Maybe they should try to bring it up as a defense in the courtroom. Meanwhile, at home, there was always things going on, Patterson said, adding that Janice would frequently throw parties at the home. One on the weekend, Combs partied in the house, and we did that a lot. He was around all types of alcohol. He was around reefer smoke, drug addicts, lesbians, around homosexuals. He was around pimps, pushers. That was just who he was. That's just who was in our house. People that attended the parties from Harlem, from the streets. It wouldn't be a thing to mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and you got a couple in there butt naked. So he says this was like the lifestyle for Puffy growing up. Janice had little cool chicks that would come around. She made sure everybody was comfortable. Combs previously mentioned in his early introduction to sex, frequently watching softcore porn and losing his virginity at 12, replicating the rough moves he had been watching in adult videos. What's crazy is that Kanye said the reason he went down on his cousin, he had encountered some adult content, I think from his mother or to his father. I think it was his mother's porn stuff. And then he wanted to replicate what was on video or something. I was just acting like the porn stars. I was smacking that ass. I was smacking the girl's ass. He told Vibe 1999. I didn't do it on my own. She wanted me to smack that ass. I flipped her over because I saw it on the movie, and then she told me to do it again. Okay. All right. All right. Interesting little tidbit. All right. So back to the mothers. The Tootsie Roll. Joshua chosen Trump for the job in the spiritual war. Joshua guides, supports, and loves our President Trump. VHS. So to Mama's Love. Let's see. Somebody here is talking about the documentary. I haven't watched it.
I don't know if you remember that one hashtag Free Diddy. I started watching the
Virginia.
documentary on HBO yesterday. It's crazy to believe they were talking about how the mom was to him. It carries over straight into Diddy the way he was. Like she was very possessive, controlling. She beat him. And it
Wow.
tripped me out that Diddy is basically his mom. Yeah, and how true that plays out into adulthood. Nice. Are you for Free Diddy? Oh hell yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just a spirit. Like he just has to overcome. No wonder you for freedom. But yeah, it started with the mother. I don't care what anyone says, all our problems start with our mother. The hell comes through the mother.
Mama.
It's not her nature, but it's the nature that has been passed on to her by Eve. And thank God, he made it possible for all of us to overcome it. Once we admit that we're evil, we have a nature of our mothers, which is not our own nature. And in that moment, you can start to overcome it. Just like that. But the hardest thing in the world for human beings to do is to admit that they're evil. We lie and say, oh, that's a nice person. That's a good person. Even when someone dies or something, they always say, oh, she was such such a good person, and they be lying. And we're all evil until we start to work on ourselves. And that spirit comes through the mother. It's
Mama's Love, allegedly. Oh, here, Liz Crocken breaks down Diddy's sex trafficking empire and exposes links to you. I don't know if this is too long.
Weinsteins and the Epsteins and the Diddys. Like what's going on? My instinct, Liz, and I'm no expert, but is that they're doing a mop-up operation. They put James Comey's daughter over it. She's apparently bombing at this trial, and they're not really like.
Again, it's so interesting. Depending on who you watch, Tisa tells. She says the prosecution's doing amazing, and the defense is fumbling all over the place, and then other people saying the defense is doing great. So I don't know what's really happening.
Nothing's really sticking.
Oh, you guys can't hear it? Oh, okay. Maybe I'll just play it on the phone then. Hold on. I thought you guys could hear it. You can't hear it? All right. All right, all right. Come on the train and ride it. Come on the train, on the choo-choo train. All right.
Why is this happening to Diddy? Well, did he stop being protected? Like, what ends up happening with the Weinsteins and the Epsteins and the Diddys? Like, what's going on? My instinct, Liz, and I'm no expert, but is that they're doing a mop-up operation. They put
Who's
Jim
getting
Comey's
mopped
daughter
up?
over it. She's apparently bombing at this trial, and they're not really like sticking. Nothing's really sticking, and they're able to like almost sanitize these charges against him and let him off, maybe with like a slap on the wrist. But what do I know, right? Why did this happen? About a year ago, the raids on Diddy started happening. Why?
So, okay. Historically, when we've seen high-profile people, celebrities fall, R. Kelly would be one example. Harvey Weinstein would be another example. A lot of people believe that they use certain people in Hollywood as sacrificial lambs to protect the bigger fish. And I strongly believe, specifically with R. Kelly, that that's what they did to him.
R. Kelly.
So what R. Kelly did was horrific. He was abusing women. He was trafficking women. He was raping women. He's a monster. But he was very good friends with Jay-Z. Now, there's evidence that Jay-Z was behind his fall because Jay-Z has funded a woman that was behind the series that exposed R. Kelly, Surviving R. Kelly. He was funding that.
Really?
So I do believe that some of these celebrities will throw another celebrity, including their friends, under the bus to protect themselves.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of Diddy, I do believe that what Diddy's pals and his co-conspirators, I do believe their intention is for him to be another sacrificial lamb, such as Harvey Weinstein and R. Kelly. With that being said, I do know that there are a lot of good guys that are working in law enforcement and are in the judicial system, in the FBI, in the NYPD, and I do believe that those two forces are at odds. I don't think that Diddy's going to be a one and done. I do not think that he's going to be a sacrificial lamb. I believe that's the intention. I don't believe that's going to be the outcome, and here's why. There's been, I think, over 70 lawsuits, civil lawsuits that have been filed against Diddy.
That's crazy.
And one of the most explosive ones was filed by Lil Rod, okay? In many of these lawsuits, there has been evidence included that has implicated other high-profile celebrities in crimes. And so since there's been so much exposure, especially through these lawsuits, and in addition to that, during Diddy's criminal trial just this week alone, we've heard many names get mentioned. So I think as much as they will try to make Diddy the sacrificial lamb and try to get everyone else off the hook, I think that the public is too awake. I think, Trump's back in office. We have Cassie as the head of the FBI. They are making combating child sex trafficking a priority. President Trump's team, they are going after and deporting the lower level sex traffickers, the gang members, the cartel members, the MS-13 members. And people have to understand these are the kinds of people who worked for Diddy. Diddy's ring was massive. The lower level people that are actually trafficking the children in rings such as, or I should say allegedly, rings allegedly such as Diddy's and Jeffrey Epstein's, the people that were on the ground doing the trafficking, those were the MS-13 members, the cartel members. These are the foot soldiers for the deep state. Well, what is President Trump's administration doing? They are getting rid of the lower hanging fruit. They are deporting them. They are arresting them. And I'm sure many of them are talking. And when you have a RICO case and when you take down a huge criminal enterprise, you have to start at the bottom. You have to start at the lower hanging fruit, which I see happening right now. And then you work your way up to the top to the bigger fish. As we all know, Biden's administration was
stronger. So to a point where the next one's going to be, the N-word. You know what the N-word is, right? Nuclear. Yeah. Thank you for the clarification.
I was thinking something. I was thinking something else.
all right.
Manhunt.
It's rage we've seen before.
Tesla.
Only this time, Nathaniel Radamak, convicted for his violent Tesla rampages, isn't behind the wheel.
Oh, that's that guy again?
Jim.
This guy said he's
The same guy?
in my face because I walked next to his machine.
He came up behind me and said, "Hey, do me a favor, don't walk past my machine when I'm using it again." I was so taken aback.
The young lady involved speaking anonymously to Hawaii News Now. The incident, she says, happened on Good Friday at a Planet Fitness in Kahala, Honolulu. She took out her phone as things quickly escalated.
What is your problem?
I'm telling you right now, things ain't looking good.
Things also not looking good for Radamak, who is now in custody, facing charges for assaulting 2 women in Honolulu.
Yeah, that
He got
guy's
closer to my daughter's window, reached in and punched her in her face.
He needs to be locked up. That guy's gonna actually, he's gonna end up killing somebody. We're gonna end up at some day, some point talking about this guy.
Daughter's window.
Oh, he was assaulted by inmates? Good.
They say I fell asleep at a meeting in Saudi Arabia. Fake news. I closed my eyes for 2 seconds thinking, deep thinking, smart thinking. I just flew 12 hours. No.
That's actually a lot of high fructose corn syrup.
Shit.
You shouldn't be putting that in your body, especially because I used to do that. It's not a fucking joke. I got steamed broccoli right here. Put that inside your asshole. You see
Oh
that
my
in front of
God.
me? That's a demon. That's a robot from the CIA. It's got to be healthy. It's 2025. Nuclear war is coming. Listen to me. Get in your asshole. Put the broccoli in your fucking asshole. You want to know why it's red? It's blood money from the Heinz family.
This is my girlfriend. I'm trying to make her food.
Your girlfriend's a murderer and a whore. Get in the oven. Listen, inhale the gas and get in the nutrients. I fucked a bear in Central Park about 5 years ago. We love the worms. The worms crawl inside your belly and it feels good. It's like an inside massage.
What's wrong with your voice, by the way?
I have a worm talking right now and you can't hear your voice.
Yo, what are you doing with my vacuum?
Photosynthesis. It's a self-cleanse. Greenhouse gases, nutrients, composting. Ever heard of it, dumbass?
What are you saying, dude?
You could learn a thing from me. Fucking suck this fucking thing. Put it
That's
in.
crazy.
Low-key, I shouldn't have a girlfriend because how do I explain to her? Sometimes I just don't want to talk for 2 days.
I'm about to give you the keys to the most powerful, unstoppable, but innocent and hilarious prank of all time.
Anyway, let me see what else. Is there anything else what we had for Diddy? Oh, we kind of let's see. Big homie seemingly confirmed Jamie Foxx was poisoned by Diddy. Oh yeah, Jamie Foxx said. Oh yeah, we watched that already. Said out of his own mouth that his partner handed him an Advil and woke up 22 days later. That's freaking nuts, dude. Nuts, man. I don't know if Diddy's really moving like that. It seems like he's very connected. Oh, by the way, on a positive side for Diddy while he's locked up, he's gonna be allowed to watch the Knicks game in jail. So on a positive note for Diddy, I don't know, man. Do you guys think will Diddy walk away with this with no time? It's looking rough. Let me play this video here. Let me pull it up on the phone. Will Diddy get out of this unscathed? Will he be free, or will he's gonna have to face some time? Will he get life, or just like some type of like a slap? 10 years, 5 years. Let me see. Hold on. What was that video? Tell me. I want to see this thing right here real quick. Where's this lady at? Where's this lady? Oh, I didn't do the recap videos too. We could do that, but let me do this.
Testifying now. So Cassie Ventura has been testifying now over 20 hours on the stand.
Dang.
And today, the defense really going after her credibility. They played an audio clip about 2 or 3 minutes long, and in this audio clip, you hear a very different side of Cassie Ventura than what we've heard in court. She's been very soft-spoken, very calm, but in this clip, she's cursing, she's threatening somebody over
that was
a
today.
video, saying multiple times,
I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
It could get out. After discussing the audio, the defense went through some more messages that were between Combs and Ventura, but they went back to addiction, which they covered yesterday. So today we learned that she does take medication regularly because of her opiate addiction.
Oh, yeah,
We also learned that the name of the book that she was planning to sell the rights to Sean Combs for was called The Dark Times.
We're about to go
this
live
is
on the main
interesting
page.
even
Y'all
following
motherfuckers
this
ready?
story Because at the BET Music Awards, when Sean Combs
Hold up,
was
I'm setting it up,
recognized,
baby. We're about to
he
go
said,
live
"Thank
again,
you to
baby.
Cassie
No sleep.
for holding me down during the dark times. So here are some of the details that I noticed when Cassie Ventura walked into court today. I saw Sean Combs sort of look her quickly up and down as she walked in with a suit on. It was a pinstriped navy blue suit, and she had a blue shirt underneath it. The judge said to the jurors, listen, we're 5 minutes behind schedule, but at least, you know, we're not 15 or 20 like we have it in the past. I noticed one juror put her thumbs up, and she smiled at him. Another interesting thing to note that happened inside the court, or that I've noticed, is when the jurors walk in, most of them don't really look at us. They don't look at reporters. They might scan the room, but I think they really try to focus on the judge. They try not to stare at Ventura, but there is one juror who always scans the room, and he looks at all the reporters, and if you stay looking at him long enough, he will look right back at you. Kind of interesting.
Hi, this is Governor Greg Abbott, and
I think that's a little creepy.
So Cassie Ventura.
Kid trying to spread rumors with your thumbnail. Well, Janelle, if you rewinded and you look back, you would have seen that I talked about Rolling Stone covered it. It's a topic of conversation, okay? So you stop spreading misinformation. Janelle. Hold on, I want to play another clip. Let's see. Maybe he will pardon him. How you know? Hold on. Oh yeah, I want to play this lady too. She's good.
Day 5. The weather is awful. I'm clenching an umbrella between my legs right now, so bear with me here. But Cassie is still on the stand being cross-examined. And just a warning, it's been a few days of cross, so what I'm about to say, just again, I'm reporting it. Don't get mad, but this is what's going on. It's been very explosive today. We've heard about allegedly Cassie dating an NFL player at one point and Diddy becoming insanely jealous. And there was another mention of Cassie dancing with Chris Brown in 2013. And after she did this, allegedly Diddy stole her phone. Cassie said she remembered Diddy stealing her phone, but she denied ever dancing with Chris Brown. And this all stemmed from an incident that she told us about where she was driving with Diddy in the car. They were going to a doctor's appointment, and he said something to her like, you know, text your mom that you're okay. And I'm paraphrasing. And she opens her phone or goes to unlock it, and as soon as she unlocked it, he stole it from her. And then she said he got out of the car basically and took off running. She didn't have her phone for hours, and she told her mom, and her mom called the cops. Side note, I'm wondering how many calls there were to LAPD over the last X many years and how many police reports there are. I wonder if that'll come out. But let me go back a little bit because, oh my gosh, it's raining so bad. Sorry. There was a lot of back and forth between Cassie and Diddy, and Cassie really talking about how, you know, you're high, you're so crazy when you're high, you're drunk, you're this, you're that.
Right.
And I
we're about to start a new stream on the main channel. Some breaking news is happening, but for I forgot her name already, Chanel or something. Diddy allies are already trying to secure Trump pardon for rappers. So that's just a topic of the conversation. Now, I don't think Diddy would do it. I don't think Diddy would do it. I mean, not Diddy, Trump, because I think this would be a bad look. I just think it would be kind of, I don't know. But supposedly they're trying to like befriend him and get cool with Trump and hoping and praying that if things go left, supposedly the source was Rolling Stone, but if you type it on Google, you can see multiple. There's Rolling Stone. Sean Combs allies are actively working for a Trump pardon. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna set up this. I think we're gonna do a little transfer. Let me do this real quick. Redirect from here. But make sure you guys subscribe. Please subscribe to Aiken MLCC, the Clips channel. Subscribe to me, cause I'm good for it. So already we set it up. Okay. I'm gonna move you guys over. All right. Oh, won't let me end it here, huh? Oh, I have to do it. Oh, hopefully lets me transfer you guys. Okay. All right. Bye. Love you.